we spread love and positive vibes only. And I want to start by thanking our new subscribers, our returning subscribers. We appreciate you, by the way, so much. We thank you for subscribing to this channel, for liking our videos, for commenting down below, for advising us, for correcting us, all that. We appreciate a lot. And we always tell you, we pray for you, that you be blessed, you be enlarged, you be protected and shielded together with your family. We don't take it for granted, guys. We appreciate so much. And today's video is so intriguing, because I'm going to talk about the prettiest sites in the Caribbean. And I want to start by saying the Caribbean islands are the most visited countries in the whole world. And I'm going to say the reason why. And I want to say that according to the Caribbean Tourism Organization, in 2023, that 1.1 million tourists visited the Caribbean. And you'll find that even most people in Africa wants to visit the Caribbean. Nelson Mandela himself visited Jamaica in his lifetime. Our president, let me talk about the former president, President Uhuru, visited Jamaica. And most great people have visited the Caribbean islands. We also saw very many YouTubers flocking the Caribbean islands. And there are so many tourists that go to the Caribbean islands to actually visit, according to what I've given you as the data. Why? Because the Caribbean island have what it takes to have people flocking there. By the way, guys, what is it called? And it is falling down. There is that carried that closes the earring. It has fallen, and I hope the earring will not come out. So, the reason why these Caribbean countries are visited a lot, is because of the beautiful sights, the beautiful beaches, the wonderful hotels, the great people of the Caribbean. We have talked now and again about the people of Jamaica, whom we have interacted with, whom we have seen interacting with the greatest YouTubers. We have also seen people interacting with the people from Trinidad and Tobago, the people from Cuba. We have been following the YouTubers going to different countries in the Caribbean. And I want to tell you, the Caribbeans in general have a very good welcoming heart. They are generous people, they are loving people, and therefore once you visit the islands once, you want to go back there now and again. Remember that to enter the Caribbean, actually I saw that. You should not come in arms to actually tell me I am bringing Jamaica to be on top there. I saw the entry point of the Caribbean is Jamaica. And I want to say this is well explained by the history that we have learned about the Caribbean. The people that came to Jamaica actually found the place a very good, a very strategic, situated country whereby they can enter and live. And that is why the pirate trade was doing so well in Ocho Rio, because they could come in and come out very easily. And therefore, because of these factors, Jamaica is always the entry point of the Caribbean. And I have told you guys, you sit there so that I can tell you why the Caribbeans are frequently visited by so many tourists every year. Because of what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to feature so many countries in the Caribbean, and you'll see why people prefer to go and flock in the Caribbean islands. So Jamaica is the entry point of the Caribbean, and I've told you the history about the pirates. They found it easier to come to Jamaica, to come in and outside Jamaica. Christopher Columbus himself visited Jamaica and declared Jamaica a great land, a wonderful land, and a beautiful land. And I'm sure when Christopher Columbus visited Jamaica, he found that it is easier to enter the Caribbean through Jamaica and actually live. And it is said that Jamaica is actually the entry point of the Caribbean. And actually, when I look at what is happening now, most of the YouTubers first go to Jamaica and then they go to the other islands. We saw Coco Girl, we saw Christmas Trist, we saw Dimwango, who else? We saw African Tigress, we also saw I.R.A.M. He first came to Jamaica, Old Maya and Miss Trudy. They entered Jamaica and then they went to Bahamas, to Barbados, and all the other islands that they wanted to visit. So the first entry point is Jamaica, and I think because of its strategic situation, that makes it easy to enter and go to the other island from Jamaica. So after entering the Caribbean, of course from the Jamaican entry, there are wonderful sights that each of the Caribbean islands offer the tourists. And generally, the Caribbeans have beautiful beaches. Generally, they have great mountains, they have great landscapes, they have white sand on their beaches, and they generally have beautiful sights to behold. Sights that you cannot find easily anywhere else. Have you ever heard about the underwater sights? There are underwater sights in the Caribbean. They are also very, very beautiful sights to behold in the Caribbean. And I'm going to just mention some of them in this video, the beautiful sights that are found in the Caribbean and specifically where they are found. I want to start by saying we have seen very many sites because I've been talking about Jamaica, but now I've started mentioning other Caribbean islands because I found that the Caribbean islands have a lot to offer. They are beautiful islands, and we came to know Jamaica through the people that went there, and we have learned a lot about them. The Blue Mountains, the great rivers, the beaches, the resorts, the waterfalls, like the Dan waterfall. What else? The lagoons, the caves. They are great sites that tourists can actually go and see in these Caribbean countries. So I'm going to start by mentioning every site that you can visit when you go to specific island in the Caribbean, and what you are expected to do, the activity you can do there, and the enjoyment you can have, the enjoyment you can have in that particular island. I'm going to start by Les Salines, Martinique. The Les Salines, Martinique, they are pristine white sand. Actually, I've told you, the Caribbean beaches are actually, or rather, they have white sand. Very beautiful sand. So, Les Salines, Martinique has white sands, and it is a great sight to behold when the visitors or tourists visit this place. And it stretches for miles with white palm trees on the shore. That means the Les Salines, Martinique is actually a beach which is composed of white sand, and it has palm trees, and it has plenty of shade from those palm trees. You can see the beauty when I go to Mombasa, because Mombasa is the only place you can find beaches here in Kenya. When I go to Mombasa, it is so beautiful to see the palm trees, to see the... Ours is not white sand, by the way. It is, I think, what kind of color is that? Is it red? And you'll find that the beaches are so beautiful and they are so intriguing. So in this beach, the Les Salines, Martinique has white sand, and it has palm trees that provide shade to the visitors. So you can go and relax, and you can actually have fun playing around with the white sand. And I usually find people around the beaches, they don't like wearing shoes. So you walk around the beaches on the white sand, and you enjoy yourselves, writing things, having fun. And therefore, this is a place whereby you can have a lot of fun in the Res Sarines, Montenegro. Then the other place that is so fun to be is the Golden Eye in Jamaica. The Golden Eye is a property that has got gentle sloping sand. So you can see that all the Caribbean islands, they have sand, and most of them actually have white sand. So the Golden Eye in Jamaica has a sloping landscape of white sand. Apart from that, it has lovely trees and a bewitching sea for everyone to enjoy. So you are just walking around the sea with the white sand and a lot of very lovely trees, and you enjoy yourself in the cool atmosphere of the sea and the blue waters, and you can have a great enjoyment around these beaches. Those sites are enjoyable when you have a cup of Blue Mountain coffee in your hands, so that you can be sipping it slowly by slowly and enjoying the cool breeze of the sea. Very, very beautiful sights to behold. So if you are planning to go to Jamaica, you can actually visit the Golden Eye beaches. And they are not just Golden Eye beaches. Jamaica has so many beaches. So if you're planning to go to Jamaica, you can actually enjoy a lot of great sights. The white sand. You can also enjoy the coffee, the Blue Mountain coffee, which is so tasty. Actually, it is said it is the best coffee in the whole world. So you can have a lot of fun. Jamaica has also the Luminous Lagoon, and we saw so many beautiful sights to visit in Jamaica. The caves, the waterfalls, the hiking in the Blue Mountain, and enjoying the great forest as you go up the Blue Mountain. There is a lot of things to see in these Caribbean islands. And therefore, we have the Res Sarines, Montenegro, we have the Golden Eye in Jamaica, and there are so many places that I'm going to mention which are beautiful sights to behold when you visit them. The other site one can visit, I'm telling you, I'm covering the whole Caribbean island. So I'll be mentioning the site and where it is. So we have the Pitons. I don't know whether the pronunciation is Pythons, from St. Lucia. And these are two volcano peaks. Oh my God. Two volcano peaks. So you can actually see the volcano peaks when you are actually far, because I usually see here in Kenya where there are volcano mountains. We watch them when we are far, but you can as well go if the lava is not active or if it's not erupting. So there are two volcano peaks called Gross Python and Petite Python. And these great volcanoes are iconic. They are actually iconic sites in the islands. You may ask, what activities can I do in the Pitons, St. Lucia? I've told you there are two volcano peaks, and one of them is the Gross Python and the Petite Python. And in between them, there is the Sugar Beach. And the activities you can do here, you can hike up the mountains. I've told you there are two peaks, so there are mountains that you can climb and go up there where the volcano is. They are actually iconic sites in the island, and visitors enjoy themselves also hiking. I've told you you can hike, and you can also enjoy yourself in the beach, in the Sugar Beach. You can enjoy the activities that are done in the beaches, and you have a good time. This is a great sight to behold in St. Lucia. Remember that, guys, we mentioned about St. Lucia when we were talking about Alfred, who won a gold medal in the 2024 concluded Olympics. And this lady had come from St. Lucia, and she was actually saying she puts a lot of effort in learning because she needed to support her parents. She joined athletics 8 years ago, and she has come out with a gold medal. So St. Lucia, they don't just perform well in athletics, they are great sights in that island to behold. One of them being the Pythons. And therefore, from St. Lucia, we go to the Cayman Island. And we have this Stingray City. The Stingray City. It is actually a beach, and I think this city is along the beach. And you can look, if you want a place whereby it is classic, it is so nice, you can enjoy yourselves, it's a quiet place, you can actually go to the Cayman Islands. And these Cayman Islands are made up of Great Cayman, the Cayman Black, and the Retro Cayman. We saw Dimwango in the Cayman Islands, and she actually said this is the most expensive island in the Caribbean. It's one of the most expensive islands in the Caribbean, and we saw her enjoying herself swimming in the sea, and there was a lot of tortoise, actually, if you remember. So they are great sights to behold in the Cayman Islands. Actually, I was enjoying to see the tortoise that were in the water, and there were caves inside the sea, and it was a very beautiful sight to behold. So if you are looking for such great sights, look no more. Go to the Cayman Islands. They have some of the most beautiful stretches of sand in the entire Caribbean. They have great stretches of sand whereby you can go and enjoy yourselves. And we have talked about Dimwango. We saw her in the Cayman Islands, actually, and it was so beautiful. The best sights are also found underwater, still in the Cayman Islands. Do you remember when Dimwango, if you watch her by the way, was in Cayman Islands, there were some sites that were under the rock, and that is where the tortoise were going there, and someone was telling her they are dangerous animals in the sea, she should not go deeper. And there were very beautiful sights to behold in Cayman Islands. So this is one of the places you can visit if you're going to the Cayman Island. The next destination where you can go is the Old Havana, which is in Cuba. I told you today I'm going to mention several Caribbean islands. So we have mentioned St. Lucia, we have mentioned Cayman Island, and now we are in Cuba. So in Cuba, there is the Old Havana. These are ancient buildings of the Old Havana, and it is a great sight to behold, especially if you like seeing historic sites, historic buildings. And we actually looked at one of the historic buildings in Jamaica, and it was so beautiful. It was built so many years ago. Like these buildings in the Old Havana, they are 1950 buildings. Very old buildings, and here you can have activities like driving or being taken for a ride with a vintage car, and you ride and enjoy yourselves, and also see the historical sites of the Old Havana in Cuba. So that is another site to behold in Cuba. It has very beautiful architecture sites that were built very many years ago. A great sight to behold. And then we have the Grace Bay in Turks and Caicos. We saw Dimwango in Turks and Caicos, by the way, and she also mentioned Turks and Caicos being also expensive in terms of In terms of your stay there. And in this island, there are several nice things that can be seen. It has some of the world's loveliest white sand beaches, namely the 12 Mall Grace Bay. And this white sand in the Turks and Caicos are not just white sand. Actually, you have to carry white glasses because they are white sands that actually burns your eyes. They are completely white sand. And therefore, in Cayman Island, you can go and actually visit the Grace Bay. Actually, not go. We also desire to visit these Caribbean islands, and when we go there, I would want to see the Grace Bay in Turks and Caicos, where we have very white sand, and you can enjoy the beaches and the white sand and have a great time in those sites. The other one is the Montrose Pythons. I don't know whether I'm doing pronunciation well, the Montreux Pythons National Park in the Dominica. I came to realize, guys, that the Dominica is not actually the same as the Dominican Republic. There are two islands in the Caribbean. We have the Dominica and then we have the Dominican Republic. I don't know whether they are the ones that actually form the Hispaniola, something like that, together with Haiti, but you're going to tell me. So we found that one of them, I don't know whether it is Dominican Republic or Dominica, is actually one of the greatest islands in the Caribbean. I think it's the Dominican Republic, one of the greatest islands in the Caribbean. So the Dominica has great beaches. The Montreux Pythons National Park is actually an extension of these beaches, and it has tropical rainforest with some of the best flora and fauna. If you're a person who likes watching flora and fauna, then you can go to Dominica and you'll find this rainforest with very, very nice flora and fauna. And actually it has the best tropical rainforest, which have got the best flora and fauna among the Caribbeans. So if you want to go and see flora and fauna, you better go to the Dominica and you'll see them. The park is also known for its boiling lake. I think I talked about the boiling lake and the hot springs. So this is where you go and watch the boiling lake. The boiling lake is not something that we see each and every day. And therefore, if I am to visit the Caribbean, that would be one of the great sites I would want to see. The boiling lake and the hot springs. It has also giant fans, colorful flowers, a chance to hike and walk through the crowded forest. So this is a great sight to behold, and one going to the Caribbean, this can be a very beautiful sight to behold. So I always tell you, the Caribbeans are the most beautiful islands, or rather the most beautiful countries that we have ever seen. Have you ever heard of a place where there is a boiling lake? Have you ever had a place where there are white sands, that you can enjoy the beaches of white sands? And so many things that are unique in the Caribbean. The lagoons, I've talked about them. And they are intriguing, they are beautiful, they are wonderful. And therefore today we are looking at the beauty of the Caribbean. And we continue to the last one. So the last one is the old San Juan, Puerto Rico. And this is an area that was affected by the hurricane, and the hurricane was being called Hurricane Maria. And I don't know why these hurricanes are given names. I don't know where the word Maria came from. The other one that we experienced in the Caribbean the other day, it was Hurricane Beryl. So we find that this city, the Puerto Rico, was destroyed by Hurricane Maria, and after that, 1 year down the line, it is like the city has been reborn. It has most of the world-class beaches, the best beaches in the whole world. And these beaches stretches very long kilometers, and they are made up of old San Juan remains, one of the best preserved examples of Spanish colonial architecture. So this island has got beaches, and it has also very old buildings that teach us a lot about the Spanish colonial architecture. These buildings are actually painted, very painted buildings, and they have cobblestones, and they are very, very beautiful to behold. So this is a site that one can go learn about history and also experience the beautiful beaches, which are actually the best classic beaches in the Puerto Rico. And actually I want to tell you, the Caribbeans are worth visiting. I cannot wait to go to the Caribbean. I cannot wait to step my foot in that land. Jamaica, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent and Grenada, Cayman Island, Turks and Caicos. I cannot mention all of them. They are great islands, very beautiful. I have not, guys, even mentioned about all of them. And I'm going to shoot another video to mention the ones that I have not mentioned and the beautiful sites in those islands. I've not touched Trinidad and Tobago. I've not touched St. Vincent. I've not touched so many islands. And one time I talked about Haiti, and there were beautiful sites in Haiti. So the Caribbean in whole is a great place to visit, is a great place to spend your holiday, is a great place to be. And I cannot wait to go there. So guys, this is the end of the video, and we really love the Caribbeans, and they are great places to go. And one day we hope that we will visit there and we see the great sights. See you during the next video. Bye.